Hello, I want to give some encouragement to parents of young children today. And if your children are grown, like mine, but you know some parents of young children, I hope you'll send this to them and encourage them to watch it. Parenting is hard work, and it can get frustrating when we feel like our kids aren't making progress, or we're just feeling hopeless. We don't know what to do. Or when we've answered too many questions in one day, or we've solved too many problems. It's tempting to just give our kids a tablet and say, forget it. But I want to encourage you to press on, no matter what, because it will be worth it in the long run. Now, I have some bad news. There are no easy discipline formulas that are going to work all the time. So give yourself some grace. But I do have some good news. You can trust God to help you as a parent and show you the answers exactly when you need them. I want to encourage you in some areas today. First, discipline even when you're tired. I know parenting can be exhausting, but if you'll focus on the why you're doing what you're doing, it will really help. Allow this to be your motivation, and it will overcome the frustration you're feeling. It will give you the energy you need when your day is overwhelming. Next, simplify your parenting by focusing on just two goals: honor and obey. We're all familiar with the verse in Ephesians 6. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy long life on the earth. God tells us in the Bible that if we learn to obey and honor, things will go well for us. If you focus on these two goals with your children, they'll learn to give and not just take. They'll learn to contribute and not just receive, and it will lead to closeness as a family. Next, I want to encourage you to push through the hard days. You know, an athlete who is working toward a goal has to be able to push through the pain and the challenges. Every day is not easy, and it's the same with parenting. When our kids resist, don't take it personally. You have a goal to see your children become disciples, to grow in maturity, to have integrity, and develop life skills for their futures. If we expect our children to respond positively to discipline, we will definitely be frustrated. Next, look for ways to be positive. As parents, we tend to use a lot of negative terms. Don't do this. No, you can't have that. Instead, turn it into a positive. So instead of don't run in the store, change it to you need to walk in the store. Focus on what children should be doing instead of what they should not be doing. Stop for just a moment and think of a negative thing you said to a child in the last 24 hours. How could you turn that negative into a positive? Here's an example. Maybe instead of saying, don't hit your sister, you could say, be kind to your sister. And last, focus on the future. You're not just disciplining to get through the day. You're training your children for their future. For example, if children obey their parents, one day they will obey a boss, and ultimately they'll obey God. When a ball runs into the street and you yell, stop, your child needs to obey immediately. It could be horrible consequences if your child will not listen to your instructions. Remember, you're partnering with God as a parent. If your kids aren't on the right track right now, don't beat yourself up about it. Instead, make adjustments, talk to God about it, listen to God about it, and seek out resources based on biblical teachings. I want to recommend a parenting book to you that you can actually read with your children. It's called Home Improvement, the parenting book that can be read to your kids. And it's written by Scott Turansky and Joanne Miller. This is a resource from an organization called the National Center for Biblical Parenting, and they have lots more resources like it on their website. Well, I know that being a parent is hard, so I want to encourage you to stick with it, to seek out resources to help you as a parent, to avoid taking the easy way out, and to focus on those things that are going to result in your children becoming amazing disciples for Christ and being able to fully live out their futures. I hope you have a fabulous day, and remember, keep walking with Jesus.